Whoa! Whoa, hey! What's happening, dude, to this eye? So, back once again with the ill behaviour, and I bring a SheHero. There we go, yes, fanfare. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone, welcome in. I see Harley, I see Potato, I see Shani. I hope you're all ready. I love her hair. I love her hair. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, her hair. Yes, sorry. I think we talked about Selina's wig in the background there. No, how are you, SheHero? How are you all?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Doing good. I'm pleased. I'm pleased. I'm pleased. Meatloaf, look in. Yes, look at that. Look at the love, the SheHero love. Yes. Now, that's how I wish my hair was. Oh, Potato, jealousy. That's some nice jealousy there. No, welcome everyone to The Vote. If anyone is unfamiliar with the show, it is a show in which I have a guest who presents me with 4 items from society they wish banished, gone, never darken this earth again, and they will be thrown into the vault and sealed away, but only if you vote on that outcome. SheHero, are you ready to debate tonight?
More or less, more or less.
More or less.
Slightly nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but...
Oh, no. You'll be absolutely fine. Oh, look at this, you've got a spidergram. Or is that, what is it, a spidergram? What? Oh, damn, what do they call it? A thought bubble? Something like that, thought cloud. I can't remember, something like that. Wasn't it? Yeah. I remember them. When I was a kid. What are you doing now with that? No, that's right. Got all your points listed. I like it. I can't wait to see if you can get anything past this lot, because they are highly agreeable. I was hoping on more debate, but they're like, yeah, stick it in from pretty much everything, so I think you're good. Anyone who doesn't know SheHero, yes, thank you for the shout out there. You've got a personal shout out. I don't know if you can see that in chat. Always good to have a bit of a personal shout out. Yes, the epitome of a good time. I always have a great time over at SheHeroes, most certainly. She's become quite the regular around in chat. I appreciate you being here. First time on one of my shows, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, and probably the last.
Definitely.
Never coming back to this again. The way he makes me feel. Now, so he put me on the spot, telling me to do things. No, we're very, very grateful for you being here. Absolutely. No, that's absolutely fine. I need to check, says Shani. What do you need to check, Shani? Are you checking whether you left the gas on? Oh, you didn't. Oh, okay. Go follow. Absolutely. Yes, you fixed that. Absolutely. Honestly, you're having a bloody good time. I have a bloody good time always. And even if she's playing a game, it don't matter. She will go to that just chatting.
A little bit too often.
That's where the good times are. And I've got to be honest with you, she has some of the best emotes going today. They're fairly new as well, aren't they?
They're indeed. The noodle hair emotes.
Yeah, absolutely. They're fantastic. Now look at these, right? But also, some of the best animated ones as well I've seen in a long time. I love using these. See, look at them. Well, hey, look at the cat paw. Yeah! I love it. It's really good times. I love it. Good vibes. I struggled to find a happy place when I first started to come to stream. I didn't really struggle. I found one, but obviously my time's changed. I find it very difficult to get to streamers nowadays. But when I get up, if you're on, boom, I'm there, because it's good times. Yeah, I just love it.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the bad times, because it is time for your first selection into the vote, and it is paper straws, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Mr. Tiny Corn Dog. How are you doing? Welcome to the vote. Paper straws are going in the vote, or are they? SheHero, why do you want paper straws in the vote?
Oh my goodness, they are the epitome of evil, if I'm honest.
Evil? Oh.
Nah, maybe that's a bit dramatic. But they're horrible. They I don't know why it was a good idea for anybody to do that. They're not waterproof, and yet you put them in liquid. It makes no sense whatsoever, and they start deteriorating.
Mm-hmm.
As you're enjoying your McDonald's Coke or whatever it is that you're drinking, they just start disintegrating. It's a little bit.
Okay, right. So we have paper straws because the plastic one's bad for the environment, right? We agreed on that?
Yeah.
We agreed on that?
We agree on that. We agree on that.
Okay, cool. But the paper straws are the substitute we use now. And the fact that they, like, basically disintegrate, you know, after a short amount of time, how long are you taking to drink?
Well, too long. Same as my streams. I dawdle too much. I get distracted, probably. That's what's going on. But yeah, actually, I found out a really interesting fact.
Oh, I'm prepared.
They're not actually biodegradable by the standards of whatever body chooses what's biodegradable.
Right, okay.
Because something to be biodegradable has to break down within 180 days without like a stimulant being like fire or acid or whatever.
Right, gotcha.
And they actually don't break down in that amount of time. Fun fact.
So you're saying the paper straws actually are sustainable and a good thing?
No, they're not. They don't break down. Apparently it takes 2 months for them to break down in like compost.
Oh, really?
And 6 months in salt water. So you know everybody's seen that video of the turtle where they're pulling the straw out the nose? Well, that could have been a paper straw.
I beg your
It would have been
pardon.
there for 6 months.
What video? What video?
Have you never seen that?
No.
I think that's what sparked the plastic straw thing for everybody. There was a turtle they pulled out of the ocean.
Oh.
And they actually pulled a plastic straw out of its nose.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So, well, let me see if I can find this.
And I think that's what sparked everybody. You haven't seen the turtle videos?
Oh no, I haven't. Oh my word. I might not show this on screen. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can. Let me get a window catcher up here. Don't know this one. Okay, let's put that there. That's blocking my face. Oh bugger it, we'll block my face then. I'll block mine and yours. There we go. Right, so I believe this is the video.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Oh, I remember Save the Turtle because I'd never actually seen this video at all.
Yeah, I think this is what sparked it off for everybody.
If I have a paper straw, I know I will never finish my drink. Oh, this is totally cool. Yeah. But you love the turtles, so you love the paper straws.
Love the turtles.
Oh dear.
You know what this is?
Poor guy.
What is it? Green?
Oh.
That's a worm.
Oh, that is disgusting. And I think my stupid camera.
What's that really doing with that straw? Are you implying that it was smoking? It's smoking. So it was taking something up its nostrils.
I mean, possibly. That's always possible. You know how turtles roll.
Yeah. Get your front down hill.
Oh my god.
Maybe they only catched it because it was flying high. No, that's awful.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going to stop it there because I think actually there is some blood in this video as well. So,
yeah.
But yes, alright, well, that was a plastic straw though, not a paper one.
Yes,
Right, just to make that clear. So we brought in the paper ones as a substitute. Now, okay. If there is a better alternative to the straw, I'm not going to I hate that argument when they say, well, you come up with something better. That's a crap argument, right? But right now, the quickest alternative they found was paper straws, right?
Yeah.
So the market is open for something new, right? But right now, wouldn't we rather have the paper ones than that happening with the plastic ones?
I mean, are straws really that necessary though? In the first place. But
That's a bloody good point. That's a bloody good point. You could just take the lid off and start sipping a cup.
exactly, or change the lid to be like a sippy cup somehow. How they do with the coffees, you just pop the little like cap back and good to go.
Sippy cup. Yeah, treat you like a baby. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love sippy lids. I knew Potato would be the one to say I like that. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, 'cause in America they have a lot of cartons. Now I don't know if that's everywhere else. But like you would get a carton of something, you would pop it, and then you could take it from the carton. That's a thing that doesn't happen in the UK. We don't really have we have cartons, but we don't normally like sip from them, or they're not designed to have spouts or to be taken from. Do you know what I mean? That's really, really odd here. We normally just get a glass. Maybe some kind of filter thing so that it doesn't splash a bit, because we hate droplets. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, but I suppose if you really wanted to go for alternatives, there's always like glass, there's metal straws. There's literally ones you can like unfold. So how do you explain it? Do you remember like you used to have when you were a kid like those magic wands, and they would be in like 3 pieces, and you would break them apart?
Oh, and then you would go swing.
Yeah. They have straws like that, so they kind of fold up, and then you can just unfold it when you want to use it.
My penis used to do that. So
amazing.
Now that was one hell of a magic trick.
Like a magic trick.
Hey. But yeah, that's lovely. So it's my channel. Who's touching soggy paper? Now, for me, putting metal in my mouth seems a bit odd.
Yeah,
I can be honest
it always has a weird taste to it.
Yeah. Well, I might catch rust or something. I don't know. Arguably, I've already got it, but still, I don't know. Well, I like metal straw. I've never had a metal straw. Metal straw seems weird to me, but that's because I've never had one. That's probably the reason, to be honest with you. I've never had a baby, so the thought of me having one would be quite odd.
It's a bit weird.
Especially where it came out of. So I use the reusable ones that you have to wash out. See, that's a good idea. Reusable straws, yeah. So that's the thing, right? Places like fast food restaurants, they don't charge for straws. So wouldn't it make more sense to actually get reusable ones to give out? Because, like, they're not making anything off them. Actually, it's costing them. Unless it's included in the price of a drink. That's I don't know. Hey, hello, me, hi, Wolf Brother Cinema, give me a stone straw. Interesting, stone straw. Maybe I'll suck stuff up through there, but I don't know.
You will not have teeth after that.
Rubber. Now, when you're siphoning gas, right, you put that up and you siphon that. Now, I don't know if that's going to taste nice, but I mean, there's got to be something that you can line something with or double something up. I don't know, rubber might not be all that good for the environment either, to be fair. Don't think about it.
I wonder, there's got to be some sort of alternative that is sustainable and,
bring your own
isn't
straw,
bad for you in the process.
Or use a sippy cup, or sippy lid. I went to a coffee shop that gave out pasta noodles as straws. It was cool. Oh, interesting.
That is cool. Oh my god.
That's really cool.
Fun fact, I like raw pasta. I'd totally eat the thing afterwards.
It's included in the drink price that straws cost them almost nothing. I still think they could just like double down and get a reusable ones and then campaign themselves like if they were the first to do it. So I suppose I use KFC a lot, right? If KFC started to go, we're the first fast food chain to have the reusable straws, come get them here. Like it would actually drive people to you. I think nowadays. I think that's a good marketing.
Yeah. That kind of thing does gain an audience, I guess. Like people would support you off of that.
Yeah. I have proper straws. Right, you have proper straws. You've got a lot of straws, different kind of straws. You got a straw hat, roof, straw thatch. Do you know the hats with 2 drinks and plastic tubes? Yes. Yeah, with the cans, and they go to they go to the baseball games and sit there going, whoa, hit it at the park. Yeah, I've seen them. Hey, the Violet Trails, hello, Sheera's hair looks like straw, love it. Yes, noodle head is often thrown around, I believe. Welcome in to the vault. Don't worry, we're not putting you in it. Not yet, anyway.
I think you should put him in it.
Yeah. Is he one of your nominees? We'll find out.
Yeah, I can go in. It's fine.
I'm old-fashioned, straight from the knit for me. Tiny corn dog. I didn't know they did that service at fast food restaurants nowadays. I need to get down there quick.
Damn. You could have paid extra for that one, for that special service.
Using rubber straws. Oh, that uses rubber straws. See, it's just nothing wrong with that. The hats use rubber straws. So, you know, there's something in that. What was that? Now, do you remember the straws that used to go round and round and round?
I love those.
Well, weren't they cool? Weren't they cool? They were great to look at, except when you really wanted to drink fast. Because then you had to wait.
Yeah, then you got to wait for
it. and not only that, but if you look down at it, it's tempting you. It's tempting you. And if you don't keep sucking, oh, you give up the suck, oh, it goes back down. Oh, fucking things. I'm just jealous because you both have wonderful hair. Bald envy, hey! It's not really flaming around. It's why murder.
No, definitely. The undercut is
yes,
good.
It is an undercut, I should say. It is an undercut, yes. One day I will have it either braided when Big Potato, you know, pulls her finger out and gets around here to do it, or a mohawk straight up in the air. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
And not enough gel has been invented to take the job on. That's all. But yes, okay. So paper straws specifically, they get soggy. Now I use paper straws occasionally when I have my Pepsi from KFC. Pepsi owns KFC. So yeah, they own quite a lot of things.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why you can only get Pepsi at KFC fast food restaurants.
Oh damn!
How many channel points for the mohawk? I have to wait for them. As my everything's changed for each game I play. What channel? What game would I have to play to get that? Cyberpunk, yeah, good. Yeah, Cyberpunk, good. I was thinking Rage or something like that. Yeah, Cyberpunk nails it. Yeah, I have to wait till I play Cyberpunk, I'm afraid. And that will just be an attempted mohawk to be a murder hawk. To be fair, Pepsi owns KFC. Yeah, they do. Tony Hawk. See, now loads of people know Tony Hawk as a skater, right? Skateboarder, right? I don't. There's actually a comedian called Tony Hawks, and he was in Red Dwarf. He's been in a lot of other things, and I knew him way before I knew the skater, so I got really confused when he brought out a skateboard game. This 40-year-old man bringing out skateboard games. What's going on? That was me age 10 or 11, not knowing what I was going. I get paid to spend his channel points for that. Yeah, he's sitting on 150 or something, isn't it? Mohawk, you say? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a Mohawk, yeah, technically. Yeah, his last name is Hawk. Whose last name's Hawk? Who's that? I'll get confused now. Jelly Crystal. Oh, I don't know what you're going on about. Jelly Crystals for Mohawk, just saying. Jelly Crystals? What Jelly Crystals? I don't know. Oh, never mind. All right, never mind. Yeah, we're paper straws. Right, now I use paper straws regularly, and yes, they do get soggy. I'll admit it is a bit of a nuisance. I've got to be honest with you. But the plastic straws they used to cause ulcers because if I put it to my mouth too quick, I'd scratch, and then ulcer would form. Or So, but the paper straws, because they get soggy, they're softer, but they still withhold. They still work. That's the thing, they still work, you know? If you remember plastic straws when it used to get a dent in it? And so it crease. Then you weren't getting nothing through that. It was an impenetrable force.
Start squirting out the sides.
Exactly. Yeah. Or it pops open suddenly, you get a massive gulpful when it comes out your nose. So either way, it weren't working, was it?
Oh my goodness. Maybe I just drink too slowly. Honestly, the straw just starts crumbling on me, so I'm not a fan.
The more I think of the paper straws, the more I cringe when they start getting damp and stick to your lip. Oh, yeah, you get that. Oh, I like that, because that means it gets stuck there, and then you can lick it up from where it was, and you can savour a little bit. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I don't know. I thought you'd all be pro-paper straws, environment, you know. Well, as you say, I suppose that's been proven quite false. In comparison... All right, let's think of the ultimate straw to replace it. If we can't settle on that, I don't know if this is actually going to get into the vault, to be honest with you. It's going to be a difficult one, I think, to get past everyone at this point. So, any suggestions on what would be the best possible outcome here?
I need to normalize. You know how people take their own bags into the grocery store?
Yes, reusable bags, yeah.
Yeah, so why is it not normal to just carry around your own straw, whether it be a bamboo straw, glass straw, metal straw, whatever your preference is? Your indestructible straw, you take it with you. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair. So the government should really hand out straws, is what we're saying. I think you're breaking up there, SheHero. I think you're frozen.
Me? Oh.
Yeah. If you need to leave and re-enter, feel free. Don't worry. Whatever you need to do. It was a wonderful smile that it landed on there. I noticed. Metal straws are the worst. I'm not chipping a tooth over a sip of water. Yes, see, that's I'm with you there. I'm with you. I said that same thing when it was presented earlier. I agree. Well, don't worry. It froze on a wonderful spot. Your big smile was there. Glass straw. Yeah, glass straw. Yeah, that's like sand. Then it's made of sand. You know, it could fuse to your lips in the sun. I carry a bag. I carry a bag in my pocket. You carry a packet in your bag. And we're back. Hey, yeah, you're doing good. I'm good. I've never chipped a tooth on a metal straw. No, that's fair, but the worry of it would put people off. That's the thing, and it's likely to happen the more people use them. I think. Yes, you just got to be more careful. No, you're not meant to eat them, but you are putting it into your mouth regardless. So, you know, it depends. Like, you're pulling it up to your face, and, like, to catch the straw, you ever know one of those straws that goes round the glass? Yeah? And you're like...
Yeah.
try something up. Oh, yeah. I ate that. Yeah. So, okay. I think we're going to have to put this one to the vote. Put this one to the vote now. Whoever... Charlotte... I was going to say Charlie... There's no one in there. Charlie, Harley and Potato, Big Charlie. Whoever's doing the vote, put that up there, and everyone, you get a vote on whether paper straws goes into the vault or not. I've never chipped a tooth on anything but the action of having metal on it. So yes, see, that's the same. I've done the exact same thing. Oh my word, we are the same person, except I've got a mohawk. That's the difference there. But yes, that's fine. Bamboo straw. Bamboo. Now that's interesting. Bamboo straw. I like that. Oh, we're getting raided by Panda. What are the chances of that? Panda, welcome in. I don't know if you timed that, Potato, but that was well done. Panda, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome to the vault. We're voting on whether paper straws should go in the vault. We were talking about bamboo replacements, and here you come, Panda, with your bamboo. Oh, amazing. Good to have you here, good to have you. Thank you for the shout out there, yes.
Dragon.
And blocking our faces here, saying I'm coming in.
Just in time for the bamboo. They heard bamboo and it was like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, there we go, love it. Always good time. You have, Panda, you have. There he is. Nice to have you here, nice to have you here. The vote is on, the poll is at the top of the chat, ladies and gentlemen. You'll want to vote on that. Chia, you might want to vote on it too, just so you've got your actual vote is counted there.
I didn't know I could hack this.
Yeah, no, you can. I mean, we know which way you're voting, but it gives just, you know, gives you the freedom to put your final stamp on it. Absolutely. I just meant like metal object pressure while our piercings are in there. Yeah, but like loose leaf objects, I feel like I'm gonna miss chips. Like yes, especially someone who I have very sensitive teeth in general. Like I'm very worried about my teeth, very protective of them because I have trouble with them. So I have the same feel. I'm always very worried. I avoid very hard food just again because I'm like I don't want to do any more damage. Yeah. The vote is unanimous at the moment so far. Wow, starting off strong, and I thought this one might be a bit divisible, but I think you've made a good case. See, yeah, well done.
Unanimous hate for the
yeah, 9-0 at the moment. One more vote. Anyone out there? They can make it a perfect 10. Oh, it's reversed. Because I'm on Discord. Hold on. There you go. Just turn it round. Ignore the underline. Stick a pierced nipple in your mouth, you'll never fear it again. Dear, oh dear. To be fair, if I can't clench down that, you will never feel anything again. I've just got an image. I've got an image because there was a film, right? I love it. It's called Guest House Paradiso. It was made by the Bottom, people who made Bottom, Rick and Aid. And there is a scene in it in which Simon Pegg gets his nipple ring hooked on a fishing wire and it's hoisted up into the ceiling by his nipple. It's actually so ludicrous. There you go.
You know, some things and you just can imagine the pain. You've never experienced it.
It's really over the top as well, so you see it stretched. And it is unanimous, ladies and gentlemen. Paper straws are going into the vault. I didn't prep you beforehand, but there's a little video of it going into the vault where we can't be heard for just a few seconds. So get all your expletives out now, or tell me how much you hate me in these few moments. So straws are going in the vault. Way, there it is, there it is. They go in, the paper straws, farewell, and that is your first entry into the vault. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see the full selection of previous vault entries, you can check it out in the Discord. There is a channel, and all the items that end up in there will be going in there too. So you can see what previous contestants, I suppose, put in there, as well as what SheHero put in today. So the paper straws go. Let me get rid of them and banish them. There we are. Well done, well done. Remember, if you get 3 or 4 of your selections into the vault today, you get to put in a free entry of your own accord. But if you fail and only get 1 or 2, then something else will be going in the vault. Now, no one's failed yet, so they don't know what that is, but you need to be careful. You need to be careful. That's all I can say. No, right. We move on to our next item and nomination tonight, and it is, I think, the most hotly debated one for me, ladies and gentlemen. It is live broadcast television. Yes. Okay, now, we need to be very specific with this, because I'm still a bit confused. I think I know what you're getting at, but why don't you tell us why this is going in, and what specifically you are putting into the vote?
Right. So, it's not a particular, hatred for this at all, but I suppose, back in the day, it was a thing when you found your favorite TV show, it aired every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, you knew you had to be there, and if you missed it, my goodness, that was it. Right. You missed the story. Yeah, and I think we've kind of, just with how technology has advanced and things, we're kind of beyond that.
Okay.
Past that, I think. So, I don't know, I think anything like Netflix, that kind of thing, is more relevant now, where they release the entire series all in one go. Yeah, I'd rather wait a longer time and have everything come out all at once, and then I can binge watch it all.
Appointed television, yeah. So off-demand television, as I like to call it. When do we pour slime on the hero like Nickelodeon? I need to add that feature.
Yeah, imagine the green slime.
It has to be green to offset the hair, so the next time you're on SheHero stream, you should stuff bits of it. Yeah, you can see Soul's brain going. Okay, right. So I'm gonna. Okay, so the thing I love. Now I sort of agree with appointed television. Okay, the idea of if you don't see it now, you kind of missed it, right? But the binge watching of a TV show annoys the fuck out of me. Really? I tell you what. Now I think some shows are designed to be binge watched, right? They're normally maybe 20 minutes long. 20 to 30 minutes, get a lot of them. The episodes are sitcom format, they start the same, they usually end up in the same place. Whatever happens in between happens in the moment, doesn't really have a bigger effect. When it's a drama with an overarching story, I feel like if you're binge watching 10 hours, you are not... I mean, first of all, are you genuinely sitting there actually watching it for 10 hours, right? Are you actually taking in every moment? I also think, like, every episode usually of a TV show has different directors, different producers, well, not different producers, but different crew and production. And I feel like each episode is its own individual story, and to be told and to be taken in one form. I mean, if it was meant to be taken as 10 hour long, it would be a 10 hour long movie. The fact that it's in chapters means it needs to be taken in chapters, I feel. And I like to go away from a TV show and think about it, and think about what effect it's had, because with time I invest in the characters more. So if it's been a week, not maybe so it don't have to be a week, maybe it's a day or two, but if it's been a day or two since I last saw an episode, I would feel like, oh yeah, I remember that character, I remember what happened. Like, I get my brain working on it, and I actually build anticipation for seeing the next one. So the next episode is also an event in of itself. I feel like things can get forgotten, missed. I don't feel I don't say you can't appreciate it more, but I feel like things won't stick with you as much because you're consuming a lot more. And I also think having bite-sized chunks allows you to dictate the pace yourself. So I agree that off-demand TV, when you can only see it now on TV, and you won't see it again until it's out on DVD, that is a thing of the past. I think that's gone. I don't think we should do that anymore. Unless it's live TV, then you can't really help it. But I do think there is an argument to be made that bite-sized chunks of a TV show is actually how it's meant to be consumed and taken in those forms. Like, if you have a cake, I feel like you cut that into pieces and you have pieces all the time. Or there are people who eat it all, and I think that's fair, but I still don't think you're getting the merriment. I can get multiple times of joy out of that cake, where you get to experience joy in one and then all the cake is gone. I get to have the joy of knowing there's more cake to be had.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
I wonder. So I guess maybe it's just a person-to-person thing, because I'm very much have my cake and eat it too, and eat it now, and
right.
I'm very much instant gratification, I guess. So, and also, I don't know, I have very bad memory, so if I'm not watching something or if I watch one episode and then it's like a week later I have to watch the next bit, I will forget.
Have you forgotten?
I will literally forget what had happened. So I don't know. It must be a person-to-person thing then. I don't know.
Let's see. Yes, I actually watched. Oh no, hold on. Let me. I missed a lot because I was ranting there. You were meant to be ranting, not me. When I was a kid, we didn't have cable, so I was constantly missing out at school, and people would watch stuff I could only watch when I was grandma, so you could follow the storyline straight, just catching it once in a while. I agree with that. That's why I think appointed TV does need to go away, or at least stop being such a prevalent thing. I want to press pause sometimes. Well, you can do that now. You can press pause on live TV now, and have been able to do that for nearly 15 years. Also, ads suck a fat one. Yeah, ads are bad. But then, if you didn't have ads, you didn't have the show. Here we have the BBC, and the reason we don't have adverts is because it's paid by us. But that means it still has to stay objective and has to tread a thin line. So it can't really express opinions, but that also means you do get more factual programming that you can take to a little bit more seriously. Unless it's Brian Cox, as we have established in a previous Bolt episode, in which case he goes to the desert and stands there and gets paid millions to do it. It doesn't tell us anything that we didn't already know or could learn from a lecture. Yes, I actually just binge watched Attack on Titan. See, that works. I think Attack on Titan would work as a binge watch thing. It's amazing, great at binge watching. Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that totally. Commercial style, I do not miss commercials. Yeah, being able to pay for a service and let them go, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I'd definitely rather do that. Pay a fee, skip the ads.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Box TVs weighed like £500. I know. I remember shifting them when I was like helping my dad move them around. I remember big TVs. Yeah. Damn. Even actually the thin ones we got. I mean, I've got one there. I mean, you can see it in the corner. Massive 50-inch Sony there. Never use it. Never use it. I binge watching it because I cannot stop because I need to see it. Yeah, see, you need to temper yourself. That's patience. Have patience. I swear you'll enjoy it more. Binge watching, you get zero commercials. That makes me want to press a brain out. That's fair. Someone can always watch Netflix, take a break, let other people binge watch if you want to. Yeah, I agree. You seem to take a position like I'm having a go, or like you shouldn't binge watch. I'm saying binge watching shows are designed for that now, but there are shows that are specifically made to be installments in a chapter. Like the story arc has been written so that you stop at this point so that you refresh on the next one. It's not meant to be continuous. That's what movies are designed to do. They are written very differently. So while more shows today are geared towards the audience which is binge watching, a lot of old shows and still many dramas today do still require that kind of break in between, because it'll suffer, because you'll get repetitive stuff. You'll get bored of it quicker. Binge watching free shows while I watch it. I appreciate that, Gordon. At least you're watching me. So this episode, SheHero puts in the vault and what Sol puts in the vault. Hey, I'm not putting that in the vault. I'm not putting that in the vault. I just buy more cake. See, that's consumerism. See, that's the thing that needs to go away. Not everyone can afford more cake. You could have that cake and make it last a week. Look what Shani does with food. She stocks up. She knows what she's doing. She's clever. Yeah. Not everyone could just buy more cake. Put SheHero in the vault. Problem solved. What's the cake was stupidly expensive in his ads? Yeah. Agree. Yeah. Hey, Perfect Soul, our reflection of perfection. How you doing? Metalhead, hey, well done. Hey, Beast, how you doing? Good to see you guys. Welcome in. Good to have you all here. SheHero's already doing well. She's got paper straws in the vault, and now we're talking about live television, off-demand TV. Welcome in. Read a book, problem solved. I like that idea. Again, read a book in chapters. You're not meant to read a whole book all the way through in one sitting. You know?
Some people can.
Yeah, you can. That's what I'm saying. You have the freedom to. Absolutely. I don't think you're going to get the most out of it, and I think what you're doing is you're ending that book, and you've got to go and spend money on a new one. And, you know, I don't think you're savouring the experience, is what I'm saying. What's a book? I read a book once. I don't think you need a live TV to watch a show in pieces. No, agree. Netflix allows you to watch the show as you please. Yep. When you please about having to wait for certain times, like, yep. I mean, why still stay day and age live TV? So I agree. Totally agree. I think live TV is what we're doing now. It's Twitch. I think if you want a live experience, you come here and you take it in the chunk that you want it. I've always said that this is an untapped market, and this will be the next generation of consumable entertainment. And it's more diverse, and we get to dictate in some ways what form of entertainment we bring to the front. Like this show. Hello, look at this. I can do this. I don't need to go to the BBC and get commissioned. I don't need ITV running ads during it. You know what I mean? So. Most of the stuff Twitch promotes as well, when I get commercials on Twitch, it's usually Amazon stuff as well. So it's just them promoting themselves, which I do as well. Hello, I'm here every Sunday on Soul Shows. That's SheHero.
I'm back.
Yeah. I want more cake. I stuck up on food. Yeah, you eat all the cake on the first day. Well, I didn't just read a chapter and put it down. Oh, no, I'm not saying you just read one chapter, but they are designed to be consumed in chapters, otherwise there wouldn't be chapters. So, like, you might read 3 chapters on that day, but you still go away and come back at the start of the next chapter, right? They're designed to end at that point and then be brought back in. It's a change. It's to be picked up again, just like a TV show ends, and they're designed to be picked up again on the next episode. Twitch doesn't count as live TV. No, we're not talking. Okay, this is off-demand television, so we're talking. If I'm right, SheHero, we're talking like when you pick up the Radio Times or TV Guide and it says 7 o'clock, this is on TV. That is what we're getting rid of. Twitch, we're not getting rid of live TV, we're getting rid of off-demand television or appointed.
Get rid of us.
Yeah, don't get rid of us. We're alright. But I do think this counts as live TV. It's twitch.tv and it is live. and you can watch it on your TV and any device. Audible is the best innovation in literature. I love Audible. It's hours and hours a week. I talk about the vault. See, if I did more stuff, if I could go out places, physically can't move right now, but if I could go out places, I would definitely have Audible. But I just haven't got anywhere to go. And like when I'm doing stuff, I'm working, I'm editing, I need to listen, so I can't have it going off, unfortunately. So same with music. I don't get a chance to listen to music now. If I do, it's just like Kate Bush albums on repeat. And that like while I'm building in Minecraft or something. That's not the middle of a TV episode. There you go. See, that's what I mean. Yeah. I get enough, Hey, not Chef Mike. Hey, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome to the vault. It's good to see you, my friend. How are you? I understand you're not Chef Mike. I appreciate that. Telling us who you're not. No, welcome in. Smart. I get enough until my next pay problem. Oh, what's that? I used to spend every day 2 weeks for cooking meals to freeze. Yeah, that's what Sean's doing now. See? But all her time's not being wasted. She's doing all the time in one. And then she gets it spread out into chunks. Chunky! Hello, her surgender. Sorry, wrong language. Hello, Mr. Seeker. That's the one. There you go, Chunky. Thank you. Welcome in. How you doing? Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Alright. So you're aware that... so I get the appointed TV thing. Do you not think there is some magic to the idea of having to be there for an event? Like, it starts... The vault started at 8 PM today, right? You can watch the VOD, of course you can. This will be up on
Yeah.
YouTube in a couple of days. But the idea of being here and to be able to be interactive with it, like to engage with it while it's happening, do you not miss the sense of like there's loads of people now here ready to watch this live?
I suppose I wouldn't get a sense of community from live TV that way. Twitch, I completely understand because it's interactive.
Great.
It pulls you in. That you have like a relationship with the people, and they have a relationship with you. I find that totally, I can see that having a set time and
Yeah.
a schedule to it. But yeah, more than that, and again, you've made some really good points. So I would say maybe it is a person-to-person thing. For me,
Certainly.
I'm okay. Like, I would rather watch an episode, and usually the episodes end on like cliffhangers. You're like, oh my god, I need to know what's gonna happen. The fact that I can then watch what's happened,
Right.
I cannot stand waiting a week to find out what was gonna happen.
So I like the freedom that is presented, but I feel we have a problem with instant gratification. All right? No, maybe I think we all do it. I think I get it too. I think it's just a generational thing that we have shifted into. We have the entire knowledge of the world at the palm of our hands, except me, because I don't have a phone. But I have it at my fingertips most of the time. And the fact that we can get anything we want, pretty much, relatively, as soon as just a few seconds, right? We start to have expectations. And I think the fact that we can watch the next episode and can get what we want now is great for choice, but I think it sets a precedent that is damaging. And I think it can. I don't know. I think it can lead to some issues because when you don't get it, I feel people might, and I've experienced this myself. It causes some mood swings even. I'm not talking like, oh, I'm going to punch something, but like, I just mean like I'll find myself getting down because I'll have a swing of my mental health because I'm not getting the expectation of what I've been kind of conditioned to. So it's something that's definitely happening. It's happened, but I feel like can't we just have a bit of both? We're a bit northern then. Likely TV goes to the vault, no vote needed. Me and Ollie inside joke. I literally just said Soul one day every 2 weeks. I don't know what you. I don't know what that was in aid of. Twitch is important, interactive TV is just saying to sit and watch. Okay. The thing I was mentioning about interaction, that was another thing, is sports. Now, I'm not a big sports fan, but like, most people gather for sports events. Like, they'll sit down maybe in the pub, maybe at home, they gather around and it's live and it's happening in the moment. That's a social event, is it not?
Yeah, I agree.
So that's something that happens at a set time on TV that you can all gather around for.
Yeah, but that I can understand because that's still like a live event that you feel like you're being a part of. I don't feel like a TV show has that same kind of sense of community attached to it.
I was moody before instant gratification. That's fair. I was too. But I noticed that the patterns and trends that we're starting to have are more dictated towards what we consume rather than the older cliches that have gone away. Like household chores pale in comparison to the fact that we couldn't watch the next episode of that TV show. It's because we didn't have the time because I had to go do chores. So it's like I could have it now, but I didn't have to wait a week. Like the fact it ended, I can go away and do the rest of my life and then come back because I know it's going to be there. That's it. But the fact that I have to walk away from this, the pool, I need another episode. It's Gollum, you know. It's my precious. How is instant gratification damaging? Just conditioning. It can develop into an expectation, and then you could, when you don't get it, or like if you have your phone gone, or your internet gone, or your power goes out. Like power went out. My parents are elderly people. I've got to be honest. Right? They're a boomer generation, right? Elderly people, right? But even they were flipping their lid, no power, nothing. And I sat here calmly, and I waited, and then I lit a candle and started reading Dracula. And I was absolutely fine with it. I was like, so great to just be shut off sometimes. But people go absolutely spare and nuts. Like, the birth of mankind up until now, up till what, 2020, let's say, really, when they started becoming popular, didn't have mobile phones. But now they are the lifeblood of humanity. What are you going to do if there's an accident? I don't know, do what all my ancestors did. Cry and moan until someone else does something. I don't know. If I have an accident, I'll wear someone else's trousers. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
My goodness.
Instagram's got something bad thing when it pertains to certain areas of life. I agree. I mean, there's always been some element of instant gratification. I just think it's become an all-powerful being. It's almost as instant as the internet now, and you'll get what you want, and then when you don't get what you want, you'll feel the effect more of not getting what you want. You won't have the patience. Like, patience seems to have gone out the window. It used to be a virtue. Now it's just a rarity. Why can't you get rid of live TV and just use Netflix to watch 1 or 2 episodes whenever you want? Don't necessarily have to watch the whole show in one sitting. Yeah. I just think it's the pull of it. I think if someone else can say, like, I mean, it's like, you know, I could keep streaming and keep streaming and keep streaming and keep streaming, but it's not gonna do me any good, and it won't do you any good. But if I said, hey, I'm gonna be live next week at this time, you'll be like, okay, I can go away and don't have to hang out with that git until next week, or something like that. I just think that taking things in their stead will do better for your sake of entertainment, I think, or at least maybe not just your entertainment, but just your value of time as well. I mean, the more tempted you are to binge watch that pull, what are you neglecting? What else could you be doing? You know, 1 episode every week. Yeah, now you've got the choice to do it, but it's the pull, I feel. And you're right, Netflix does sometimes release things, I think, in weekly instalments. And I think that's a good idea, because they're even saying, look, slow down, right? We can't make them as fast as you're watching them, okay? I don't know. It's difficult. Yeah, that's true, Potato. That's true. But if it's taken out of your hands, it's like you've got to pace it all. I have to get everyone here at this time, right? But we didn't have to agree on what time I was streaming today. I just said it was going to be. So I took that out of your hands and said we're going at this time. You went okay, and then you came here. So I just took the pressure off your hands. Not everyone's going to be available. Not everyone can be here today. So it's still a social event. It's still an event in which people have gathered. But I've taken that out of your hands. The responsibility of organisation. What more things do you want in your life to organise? More stress. I said you can't wear my trousers, Shani. The right way. You have food way faster than in the oven. Yeah, but it's shitter. And it's radioactive. What about email? Email's good. I like email, except you get spammed. And it used to get spammed in the mail, but it was a lot more effort for them to spam you. And there's something wrong with letters. I think they're quite a glorious thing. I hate going grocery shopping. Yeah, pay someone to shop for me. Yeah, you can get it delivered. That works. Don't have to see any humans. Yeah, agree. But then again, it's still taking out your hands as well. As soon as they say sorry, it's going to be late, or you've got replacements. It's like fuck you, I hate you. Just get off my doorstep with your crummy lasagna. I don't want that. I asked for pasta. I asked for a pot noodle. Anyway, all right. Let's put a vote to it. Do you want to give one final pitch as to why you think off-demand television should go away? Appointed time.
I wonder. You make me think now in a way, but I do think it's probably a person-to-person thing. Like, I feel I have enough self-control to pull myself away from binge watching. If I know I have life to live, I need to go do things. But I like to know that it's there. If I have decided I want to have the laziest day, that I can just do that. I can just watch as many episodes as I like.
But yes, then you can do better things with your time, energy while the other person's shopping. Yeah, like watching TV shows, right? Binge watching them. Because that's what everyone's doing for 10 hours a day, apparently. Hermit life forever. That's me. Yeah. That's going to be so. I should say that my conflict is not. I actually agree with you. I think the freedom of choice is amazing. I worry that if we get rid of live TV, that's my argument. It's getting rid of off-demand TV as an option or a choice or a thing that's there that people can build their lives around. That or like take responsibility for. That's my issue. Not the fact that it doesn't exist. I think it's great that it exists and you've got choice.
Yeah,
that's good. So we are arguing whether live television should go into the vault. No, that vote is unfair. Whoever did that vote is not fair. You've got to stay objective on the vote. That's not fair. I'm gonna have to vote against it, but that's unfair. That one. No, I know that is too late, but we've got to stay objective with the vote, guys. Got to stay objective. Yeah.
Netflix for the win.
Hey, I think we're going to win. I think it's going to landslide anyway, but we have to stay objective because people need to feel they can voice it. I don't want anyone ostracised. I'm sure it could work out for me. I like that. Please, yes, someone do that for me as well. look how far I've got. 32 years. Netflix is on my shit list. But Prime's great, right? don't cancel me, Amazon. Like literally watches it. That's like under 50 years old. That's true. I mean, even I don't. I don't watch live TV. I like the. Well, no, that's. Yeah, is it? Do I? No, I don't. Even when I watch my wrestling events, I watch it the day before because of the time difference. Day after, sorry, not the day before. It ain't happened. So I don't even watch that live. But then it's not on TV. I stopped watching normal TV about 2 years ago, just before I came to Twitch. And even then, I was watching maybe one thing a week, and that's QI. Rarely watched anything else at that point. I usually catch up with it on demand. But I'm still waiting once a week for it to air. Yeah. What did I binge watch? I used to watch Friends and Simpsons quite a bit when I was young. But again, I think like 20-minute episodes, you could watch an hour of those. They're made to be kind of done like that. I'm only talking about like events, like big events, sporting events, live events. Like we have a big thing here called Strictly Come Dancing, which is just filmed actually next door to me, and like that sort of needs people to vote on it, so it's an interactive experience. Yeah, all those shows will go away as well if it goes in the vote. So yeah, let's put it in. I don't like Strictly. Fuck that.
I don't want you either. Sorry, bye, Strictly.
They can film it next door all they like as long as they keep the noise down. And it's unanimous. Live television. I bet you feel well. I don't mind. I got all my DVDs for when they did air. There you go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 for 2 at the moment. Well done, SheHero. I think I argued that one into the vote for you.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Live television, off-demand TV, goes into the vote. Way, and there it goes. But we're not sponsored by Mountain Dew, we're sponsored by Noodle Hair. There we go. Right, so you're 32? I am 32, yes. Yeah, for being old people on Twitch. Where? Oi! What do you mean? I mean old. Relatively old. You have no idea, Sasha.
Then you're 20.
Oh dear. Yeah, yes, we unite as 30-somethings. Emma Vanilla, hello, TV, what's that? Jokes hardly watch live TV. It's shows these days, there we go. A show like The Vault, perhaps. Good to have you here, Emma Vanilla, welcome in. I'm having you here. SheHero's doing very well so far. 2 down,
Winning.
2 to go. Paper Straws and off-demand TV, live TV is in The Vault. Wonderful. Sports is where I'm like, oh shit, I do watch live TV. Yeah, that's what I mean. But even then, I watch it afterwards, and I only watch pro wrestling. It's not even a sport, unless you're in Japanese. But there you go. And it's really late. I'm half asleep. That's all right. Oh, I haven't watched TV in like 10+ years, aside from a couple of sports things here and there. I've been over to the front. I was like, yeah, I think I have as well. So I'm quite happy with that going in there. I just didn't like the idea of it not existing as a form of entertainment. But it's gone now. It's gone now. Away with the fairies. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the next nominee. I'm 35. My back is 96. I look 72. My hero.
Doing well, Tay. Doing well.
I think this one might be a landslide, but I don't know. I think people love spending it. It's money.
Oh,
SheHero, why do you want to banish money to the vault?
Oh man. Okay, let me just start off by I really struggled to pick things to go into the vault. One, because I have very strong views on certain things, and I do not like, most people don't know my views on most things because yeah, I don't want to influence people in any way, but here we are.
Perfect show.
Perfect show for me. But most people I have this conversation with, if it ever comes up, instantly I'll tell you what their reaction is. But if you got rid of money, you would eradicate probably 95% of the problems that the world has. Crime, greed, poverty, so many things. So many things would dissipate. But most people are like, but how would we buy things? What would we do for work? So this is usually where the conversation goes. But
Political
I think
movement
money.
in the chat at the moment.
Sorry.
We've got Marxist, anti-capitalist, anarchist in the chat. And I'm with him. No, go ahead.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. I think I come from a country which crime is rampant. It's like disgusting and brutal. And most of it is because the government doesn't care about the people. There are not enough jobs to go around. The jobs don't pay enough. Things cost too much. People have no choice but to turn to crime. And sadly, it's kind of just taken over the whole country. And, obviously to a lesser degree, but this is the case in all countries. I have seen a rise in homelessness here in the UK.
The Department charts universal base income.
That they're talking about that, aren't they? To do like a universal income.
Yeah.
They're talking about that. I wonder.
I've just, before we went live, before SheHero joined the chat, I was talking to Harley as I was just prepping for stream, and she was getting up, and I basically, because I had my sister around yesterday to talk through bills, medication. I live with my parents who are elderly, very ill, and I take care of them. I don't qualify for a carer's allowance at the moment. I also am unemployed due to the fact that I'm also going through some illnesses, right? I was saying to her, it looks like I'm going to have to really struggle just to pay for my mother's medication at the moment, right? It's just ridiculous. And that is on the NHS, so it's already at a reduced cost, because of everything that's happening. I have got no security at the moment. I have no idea what I'm capable of doing except this. So this is all I have been doing because I know I could somewhat do it, but it's not exactly going to be paying the bills. I need support, but I don't know where to get it. Everywhere it's turning me away. I'm not available to have this. I'm not allowed to do that. I can't get that or this because of multiple faceted reasons. So I've got no support. How I am sadly one possible death away from homelessness in this household. I've got no real family that can support us either. So it's crazy how just everything should go away because I cannot get an income at the moment. And that also means I wouldn't be able to get places or go places for my own medical reasons. I just get worse and worse. So I'm scared and worrying about all of this happening here. And I'm a lucky one. I'm the lucky one, because there are people out there that are worse off than me, haven't got roofs over their head, and it all comes down to this thing we call money and the incessant need for more of it, even when you've got enough.
Oh man, it is the root of all evil. That's no joke. That is no joke. The fact that you can deny somebody healthcare or a decent life purely based on the fact that they don't have enough of it. Yeah. It's disgusting. And
I live in a country that actually has healthcare, that has the NHS and all that. The idea that I wouldn't be able to really even get any kind of support whatsoever. I've got an MRI coming up. I can only imagine the cost of an MRI if I wasn't with the NHS. All I have to do is wait longer. It's free, but I wait longer. That's it. I could get it. I could go private and maybe get one, but again, the prices are going to be astronomical. It's crazy. If you don't want money, I'm more likely to take those loose pennies. Who carries physical? Is anyone still carrying physical money? I'm curious because I did for a very long time. I was very defiant. I don't even know if I've still got any because I haven't needed to because I've not been able to leave the house. It's let's see. I've got a £10 note. Hey, physical money. It still exists, ladies and gentlemen. In my heart of hearts, universal basic income, I'll lay across on it to make it happen. Working to make someone else rich should be the only way to make a living. You show up at work so some idiot can buy an elevator for his house or another yacht, and then they pay you bare minimum. They won't pay taxes, so the middle class get taxed more than they should. American healthcare is god awful. I know, I've heard the stories, mate. I've heard the stories. Being here, being on Twitch, and being able to socialise with so many people from around the world, my heart goes out. I never knew how bad things were, or how things were, period. Hearing from Potatosaurus Rex and yourself about South Africa and how bad it is there. Like, I knew, but I didn't know. And it's hard to hear. You should have gone to... Oh, I hate those. Yeah, I hate those kind of naysays. Yeah, rebuttal, yeah. I do sometimes. What's that, Harley? What do you do sometimes? First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the respect. Scarface for you. And he died a tragic death, being shot to death for his own greed. 50 times much, but yeah, that's right. The wait times make shit horrifies me, yeah, it's true. I want to leave this by expand that we would love to have you here. We'll make a big streamer house, we're working on it. Big streamer house, we'll all share it, yeah? We'll all pay a cost. We'll have the House of Trinity come over here. We'll have SheHero come over here. You can bring Metalhead, Beast, Elephant, bloody name it from Harley. You can come as well, I suppose. Patats will never leave T-Man, so unless he wants to start streaming. Panel will come take care of you. So yes, just give him free internet. Yeah, I get access to the internet. Yeah, sure. Greatest best up. Just curious how to get rid of money. We would fix it. Well, I suppose that's what brings on to the next thing. So, Gene Roddenberry, I believe he. Now don't get annoyed, Harley, but he created Star Trek. Now in Star Trek, there is actually no quote unquote currency system. Like now there is some form of money in it. Occasionally, it's referenced, but it's based on the idea that money is somewhat gone obsolete in that world. Now I don't know the particulars of it. I really only know the base idea because it's not really played upon. But what would be a somewhat alternative? You talk about like base income. Is it money itself that needs to go into the vault? How would we? We go back to a kind of trade system?
I would think so.
Okay.
I would think, for me, that's at least the best idea that I can think of is going back to almost like a barter trade type system. Yeah. In a way, there's jobs I would gladly work whatever job, if it meant that it was making a difference to the society that I lived in, that it was helping people, it was contributing to making sure that everybody was well looked after and had everything they needed.
I like that.
Yeah. I don't see why that is such a radical idea to change. I agree with the monetary system is outdated, and I think we're past it personally, but
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Gold press platinum, yes. America's a third world country parading around in a Gucci belt thinking it's a first world country. Well, that is a statement and a half. It's the barter system intrigues me because I feel like if you were able to do that, it would. The only problem is you'd have to kind of become local communities again. And we're too far gone for that. That's the problem because we trade country to country now. We trade cross country. It's all held by big companies shipping goods all over the world. Where we would basically to do that, we'd have to become an isolated cult. And go Amish style, as it were. But it's obvious like our internet is provided by big corporations, our energy is provided by big corporations, our food is provided by big corporations, and we are taxed by our government, which is one big corporation that owns corporations. We even work here for a corporation, so it's really difficult to find a way out of the system. It feels like we're going to go deeper until we're in some kind of post-apocalyptic neo-noir Blade Runner style world, and that's where the poorer get poorer, the rich get richer.
Which is it's definitely the way we're going. But I agree that is the problem, is these big corporations are making all the decisions purely based on what will make them more money, and screw whoever it hurts at the bottom. They don't care.
I'm an American and can confirm America's trash. Abundance, we can create abundance for all. Jeff Bezos for the vaults 2022.
By Twitch.
Is there any other alternatives for money? Meatloaf. This is probably where Meatloaf would come in with some kind of big alternative. I know he's worked something, but no matter, people would still be greedy in a barter system. That is true. That is true, but there's more of us. There's like more population, more people plying their trade, which also means that what if you don't need another trade? Oh, it's difficult. It's difficult. We'd still have to. We get to build all our own houses, but it need no councils, no governments. Or if there is a council, it would be a board, which would be like a law, but that goes as far as housing, which means that if you haven't got any skills or can't apply yourself, you won't be able to do anything. People who are sick and ill won't be able to barter, so they get swept aside.
Yeah, no, I would think that it would be a system that would, they could just get looked after in a way. This is also the thing, right? If you took money away, most jobs wouldn't be necessary, because then there wouldn't be a case of, if you put robots in place of that job, you wouldn't be like, oh, these people are going to lose their jobs and then they can't look after themselves, right? That wouldn't be an issue. You could literally have technology serving us in the best possible way. I think that's what's held technology back in a way, is because they're worried about like people losing their jobs. So, because it's going to create unemployment. So I don't know.
Problem of transportation, difficulty of deferred payments, the problem of storing wealth, lack of visibility, and absence of common measures of value. It's a really tough one, because I think we are on the same length, that we can see an ideal, that we have gone far too down this rabbit hole. All we see is money causing harm and pain and more division in society. Yeah. And it's only getting bigger, and the gap is getting bigger. And people can't afford to live anymore. But is it control of the money? Is it more regulations that we need? Or is it the absence of money? Because the barter system is also outdated, unfortunately. As much as idealistic that is, I think a fair point is that a brain surgeon, for example, a baker needs a brain surgeon. I don't think getting bread for it would be a fair trade. But I suppose the trade is also that the brain surgeon would be able to go around and do all the brain surgery, and if they're qualified and known as a brain surgeon, and they think they could go around and get as much food as they want, or get their ration or quantity of goods for free. They won't have to pay anything. Everyone knows that's a brain surgeon. They continue to trade as a brain surgeon, so here's your loaf of bread. And then they go to the next store and get their load, and maybe because of the job they have qualified for, they actually get extra, but it would never go more than what they need, as it were.
I don't agree with that. I think a brain surgeon versus a baker should be equal, even though the one, obviously, for me, if you're going to be a brain surgeon, it's because that's something that has drawn you to it. You have a passion for it. You shouldn't need a reward for it. That, I don't know.
I think that's fair, but obviously without money, that guy would still need to buy food. He can't go around waiting for a grocer to get me brain surgery. That's what I meant.
No, okay, so I agree with you. Not a barter system, because then it would create that, I'll give you this if you give me that. I don't agree with it. If you created a system, there is actually a system. I don't know if you want me to say what it is.
Please do. I'm intrigued.
It's called the Venus Project.
Oh, interesting.
And they've literally created a system based on abundance. So there is enough resources available for everybody. It's not a case of, well, you only provide this much, so you only get this much.
Right, okay.
It's everything. Everybody can get everything.
I get that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So what you mean, like kind of base resource distribution?
Yeah, resource-based system.
Right. There's 60 million or 70 million people in England at the moment. That's so
Technology
much.
Can do it. This is what's holding us back, is money.
I suppose also our own, we could be like insects. Okay, I might freak people out, but there is talk that with resources depleting, that insects might actually become a viable food source for human beings soon. And we're talking relatively soon. We're talking, a couple of centuries, maybe sooner. But the fact that we don't like bugs, they're squeamish. Get over yourself. I know that's awful to hear because, but we're just conditioned to hate insects. But we're also conditioned to eat the food we have from a young age. So, like, the only reason we know that food could be edible is because we like it is because we're kind of conditioned to. So, really, when it comes down to it, just because we don't like something doesn't mean we're not necessarily going to have to adapt and change to it. So, I could sort of see how we can shift into it, but the problem is, I don't know if it's ever going to happen. But is money the true root of all evil? Meatloaf says money itself is neither good nor evil, it's simply a medium of exchange. It's a way of people to trade one thing, so their money or their time of their energy for other things like food or housing. Yeah, but what money? That's the thing. What project? The Venus Project, I believe it was called. Not penis, yeah. No, that's my project.
That's a different project.
I'm working on that. It's my penis project, yes. It's growing. People eat insects now. That's true, they do. But I'm talking about like mass in places that wouldn't normally consume them on store shelves or thing like store shelves. She was talking, it could be a penis, but yeah. I only ate crickets, but a lot of cultures eat insect shit. Yeah, a lot do, but like we're talking like us. Like we've got mass food distribution, but like we might have to incorporate this stuff. Also, money, the root of all evil, is a misquote referencing Timothy 6:10 from the Bible, which usually translated for the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Well, simply for the love of money is the root of all evil, not money itself, but the love of money. See, Meatloaf, I was counting on him to come with alternatives to currency. Instead, he's given us facts about the phrasing of root is evil is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil.
Letting the team down.
Not quite what we were hoping for there, Meatloaf, but never mind. We were just as stumped as we are. Being a witchy grub, I'm sorry about that. Humans being the root of all evil, we need to meet it at the straight planet. Well, that's arguably true as well. It's interesting because like money is a weird concept. To think that actually we could like planet, like space exploration. Okay. The only reason we're not going on the moon and Mars is because people don't want to fund projects to get us there. Like they take loads of money and time and investment and all that. So we've created something to stop us.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous.
We come up with money. It ain't a thing that exists. Like Meatloaf said, it's a form of fiction. We created it, and then we basically said, yeah, but because we haven't got this thing we created, we can't do all this stuff that's great.
It's ludicrous.
There's space debris floating around this planet. Fucking tons of it. And they still haven't got a fucking project off the ground to actually go and deal with it all. Stuff that's going to fall on this planet eventually when it enters the atmosphere and cause havoc, right? Because we created money, we're not allowed to do it, apparently. It's like, what?
We created, we just don't have enough of it.
Enough of this what? Thing that doesn't actually exist and is a concept. Like,
exactly.
It's not even real, it's a number. Just put more zeros at the end. I know what you're going to say, is that will cause an economic imbalance across the world. Bollocks to that, it's nonsense. Just, no. Just go do it and then reset. Just, I don't know. Find a reason to stop creating more barriers that actually mean nothing. They actually mean nothing. You're making it all up.
There's this meme, I'm not sure if you've ever seen it, but it has a picture of the world and it's like the planet in debt or whatever. And it goes, the planet is however much billion, trillion, gajillion dollars in debt. And they're like, but to who? To who?
To the Space Council that we've yet to reach because we're too busy. That's inflation. Yeah, I suppose that is.
Federal Space Alliance. I don't know. It's crazy.
It's not. No, I'm sorry. It's a world problem, right? Look, the space thing, for example, the space thing. That's a world problem, right? So instead of fighting fucking wars, all right, and this gets onto the next one easily, but instead of fighting fucking wars, why don't we come together and say, this economic thing, let's just hold it, put it on ice, work on this project, sort out the problems that are causing the destruction of this planet, and then just start it up again, or just ignore it. Just take this money, all come together and agree to fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? Just like, come on. Use your common sense. What is going on? Stop creating bollocks. Just print it. Oh mate, you don't even need to print it. It doesn't even need to be printed anymore. It's literally a number on a screen. It irritates me. What is this planet I've been born onto? I wish I was on bloody Venus. No, don't really.
Let's just get out of here.
But I've heard the sort of sexy ladies there in shells with hair that covers their boobs. That's what I've heard. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's a different read.
Oh.
I don't think she's actually on.
Key animals will die. The tar degrades will survive though. Yeah, people can't work together well enough. Yeah, well, we are anyway. We just need to unite and solve the world problems, not fight and argue. Now, I'm going to keep on that point and segue into the next one. But before that, we need to vote on whether money should go away. Now, this one is a tough one because obviously a lot of you, and pretty much all of us, rely on money to exist right now in the system we are. But we'd be better off without it. Could we get rid of it and find an alternative? A vote is going to be put up, and you'll get to vote on whether money goes into the vault. Do you want to give us any final pitch on why it should go away?
I don't know. I just believe, like, at my opening point, probably 95% of the world problems could go away if we got rid of money. Literally looking after people.
I do have to interrupt and say that you do sound very robotic. Have you turned into a machine by a corporation at some point?
They've taken over me.
I think you're good now. Yes.
Okay.
See, this is what money does.
Yeah. It's broken.
Buy a new voice box. Well, so you could keep adding zeros to money, or you would have a Zimbabwe situation that was for us be in it. So I'm not saying just add zeros and then make it part of the thing. Just come together, solve the world's issues, stop pretending that, the planet's dying, we can't do nothing about it because we invented money. Grow up. Go fucking sort it out. Like, just, we can tell the world leaders my arse. All you're doing is leading everyone to more poverty and war.
Yeah, agreed.
And crime.
Agreed.
You mentioned crime. I don't really think to talk about the crime. But people are desperate. People are desperate. Am I going to have to turn to crime? You know? I don't know. What would I do when push comes to shove? Probably just fall asleep and not wake up. But you know, but I might. But that's loitering. So there you go. I'm buggered either way.
Oh man.
Skynet exists. Yeah. Oh, it's actually equal at the moment. It's 3-3 on the vote. 4-3 because I think you just voted. Yeah. Interesting. This one's contested. A little bit more. 5-3 at the moment, leaning towards getting rid of money. Ideally, I get it. I support the idea of getting rid of money. I need it right now. It's the problem. That's the problem. We all probably need it right now because we haven't had control over our life. We haven't been able to say that these are the things that we were born into this and told this is how it is. By the way, and there are people who are told, look, we're in the free world, quote unquote. There are people who are told, you know, this is how it is, and it's worse. It's worse here than anywhere else in the world. Like, you're not allowed to think. You're not allowed to have an opinion. You're not allowed to voice a thing in some countries.
Yeah,
it's
true.
appalling.
Damn.
5-5.
5-5. Oh my god.
The ideals. You're 2-0 at the moment. You only need one more to win tonight, but you have got a final selection tonight to win over the crowd. So if you don't win this one, that is fine. But it really does exist. Yeah, apparently it does. Vote's tied. Yeah. What happens if it's tied? I actually get the deciding vote. Because I don't actually vote on these. It is neck and neck, so I get the tough choice of deciding whether money goes into the vault or not.
You have the world in your hands.
Yeah, I do. Finally, I do have the power. Yeah. Free world government's just better at hiding the puppet strings there. That's a good point. Thank you for voting, guys. I appreciate you doing that. I have to make the decision. I've always said that I hate money. And I actually, even when I was working, I always worked for the bare minimum I needed. I never got more than I wanted or more than I needed. I never want for money more than I need. I'm happy and I'm to be sustained and not to have excess money that I can spend on crap like I don't need. The only reason I've been able to survive as long as I have, obviously, regardless of my situation here, without having to spend loads of money on loads of luxuries and stuff like that, is because I've never really needed them or wanted them anyway. But people do need it. People do need money. The impoverished right now need it. Would getting rid of money give them a chance, is the question. It depends on the system in place. Have I heard anything tonight that tells me that we would be okay without money? And sadly, I don't think we have. So as much as I want to put money in the vault, and as much as it pains me, money at the moment does not go into the vault. It irritates me. It irritates me because it is. I want to push it in. I want to push it in. I really do. But
it would take a radical changing of the world for it to make sense.
It would, and it's going to take more than a Twitch stream. I think of crazy individuals, let's face it, to solve it. Money, I'm afraid, does not go in the vault. But you have got one more chance tonight, ladies and gentlemen. One more chance for SheHero here to get something into the vault and win tonight's star prize of another selection. And obviously the fact that you don't want to be the only loser on this show. So your final the final thing tonight, I actually think people may agree with this one, so I think the favour's with you, and it goes off something I was kind of touching on. It's borders, ladies and gentlemen. World borders. I'm assuming you mean world borders and not borders around frames, like picture frames and stuff like that.
Yeah, picture frame borders. Let's get away with those.
What do you
don't
mean
want those anymore.
by borders? Why do you want them in the vault?
So definitely country borders, continent borders. You know, basically, I do think people were. Oh, man, I got radical ideas. I'm sorry.
I love it.
We're all citizens of the world.
Yeah.
The fact that we should be divided based on where we were born, I think, is ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Again, I come from a country that is in a very, very bad state. It's terrible, and half of the people cannot get out because they don't have the right. They weren't born in the right place. They don't have the right passport. They're stuck there. They are stuck in this disgusting country that they may lose their lives too. So
that's it's not around here. Don't apologise for that. Yeah, absolutely. It's funny. I got caught off there because it seemed like I was smiling at what you were saying, and I wasn't. The reason was I got caught off by condoms going to the vault. The final interest. If you want to be a guest on this show, then feel free to hit me up. I can book you in. It looks like you're just itching to put some of your own complaints into the vault. So feel free. Invisible lines to create stupid allegiances that should go away. Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to touch on a couple of things here, and I'll see what you think about them. Right. So first off, borders. They seem we are all share this thing called the internet, and it brought us together. World trading, right? All this stuff. The fact that we're divided by groups like EU and stuff like this and all this kind of stuff, absolute bullshit, isn't it? We've got the United Nations, and there is nothing united about us. All right, it's crazy. They just serve to divide us and to, all right, we're getting rid of football teams, but we won't, because there'll still be towns, there'll still be villages. When I say get rid of them, we're getting rid of the kind of crap that divides us. Yeah, like I like Gibraltar, right? That's something we still lay claim to. It's on the south end of Spain's arse, right? It's hanging off like a turd. I'm sure it's a lovely place, but the fact is that it could be Spain if it wants to be. It could be the world. It's just a piece of land. Like, talk about freedom. The borders are for a restriction of movement. Exactly right. Okay, the restriction of movement. I understand restriction of movement, but a lot of people that are fleeing countries usually are coming from impoverished countries, war-torn countries, and they're seeking, refuge. I don't blame them. I would if we got hit with the same thing. France would be picking us up out that channel because we would do the same thing. Because we would rather take our chance in breaking the laws and trying to get across those lines to safety than to stay here and die just because of a flag that we represent. Why? And I've often said that patriotism is a very, very mild form of racism. Okay,
I agree.
I say mild because not a lot of people who obviously take pride in their country are racist. I'm not saying that. We can all be. If there's a British wrestler on TV and I'm watching them, I'm going for him. You know, hey, it's a hometown boy. That's not it. It's more how it gets into violence, how the defending of one's flag becomes paramount to actually, you know, the division we're creating. Actually didn't need to be division at all. You know, sports teams, yeah. I root for the team with the best looking outfits. You do. I love that. I'm just there right now. I'm on fire about these topics. I can't be my thumbs fast enough. Whee! That's what we like to see. I don't hear that. I pledge my allegiance to carbs. I love that. That's fucking brilliant.
All hail carbs.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, you're right. Like a lot of the states, like the crime rates and stuff like that, and the fact that people can't go anywhere else to play their trade, or even like to find a better maybe home for what they could do, or a new lease on life. Because I can't get Harley here, right? I can't go to Harley, right? Yeah, and it's not even down to just the money, but the fact that there's so many visas and restrictions that say you have to fuck off now. You can't be here, but I'm with her. Like it's her. She wants to be here, you know.
Yeah.
So, fucking bring her here. What's going on? Like, why do we have to go through so much red tape? Like we were looking through it, and it was just absolutely ridiculous. The hoops we have to drop through to get another human being from here to there. But I can talk to them. I can see them for free, pretty much, apart from internet bill. Like right now, but I can't have them physically have their 2 feet here. You know, for longer than a second, and it's driving me insane. It's ridiculous. Civil wars happen here.
Oh yeah.
But we even have wars if we were all in one place. America attack itself to England attack. So that's the thing, right? We still be one place. I suppose you could say we could be Europa, and just have all Europe under one thing, and you could sort of say, you know, this place is Germany, but you know, it wouldn't be a defined thing with a border. You get to a German town, perhaps. It just means no new countries would be made. But most new countries that are made are usually made due to infighting and civil war anyway. So it's not like we're stopping people from creating new countries. It's not going to happen. But like, you have the freedom to kind of move about and do what you want to see. Go and see the sights, you know. You could walk from this place to this place, or get on a train without in a stop and go through every country's regulations, and being turned away for being, I don't know, a homosexual, for example, in certain countries. Like, it's that ludicrous, you know, not that you'll have that on your passport or anything, but you get the point. Like, you wouldn't be, governing laws would be difficult, but at least we would be unanimous in getting rid of the fucking ridiculous ones, you know.
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed. Yeah.
Suppose we removed the borders between 2 existing countries and they calculated what the growth would be for the hypothetical country over the past 8 years, we would have been able to assess the cost benefits of borders. We would then get assessed. If you want to do the maths on that, Meatloaf, feel free. So my brother got married to his current wife. He married her in the Philippines, but it's a year of $1,000 to get his own wife. That's stuff. Ridiculous.
That is mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that it can affect relationships you may have in your life because you can't be together.
Exactly.
Because some border dictates.
Yeah. Alright, there's an ocean between us, but there is technology to bring that person to me, but the government says no.
Yeah.
What? Who gives you the right, you know?
Yeah.
It's enlightening to be a channel on Twitch that has these conversations. Everyone said diplomatic so they can get the views. It's gross. This is refreshing. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Of course, everyone's respected here. Everyone has a voice, and you're free to use it. Whether it's chat, whether it's being a guest on the show, or whether it's listening to me rant on like a moron. Do you feel you would? What would you do if there was no borders? Do you have anything that limits you, or is it more just an idealistic form that will bring us together?
Mostly, I think about the fact that I was able to get out of South Africa.
Of course,
purely based on the fact that I've European ancestry, so that was easy for me. But I have so many friends and family who are stuck there. they're stuck just because they don't have that privilege. But oh man, there's so many things that go into it. If you think, I had a friend in South Africa, and he needed medical treatment, and that was in America. That was the best. That was like the only person who could do his operation, and the hoops he had to jump through to access that. Can you imagine how many people that there may be a specialist in a different country, and then that person can't access them?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Absolutely.
You're done for. Good luck.
I remember Nini Bell often tells the story, streamer of the community. She had some dental issues and she could not get treatment in America. She had to go to Mexico for someone to come and do the treatment that was required of it, I believe. That's crazy. Just because like it's sometimes cheaper in Mexico and all this kind of stuff. So like we would have a world healthcare. Think about that. There would be a world healthcare. Anyone working in the medical profession would be paid for a worldwide fund to supply all the medical requirements out there. Yeah, you'd still probably pay for medication, blah blah blah. Same way the NHS probably works, but for the most part, there'll be waiting times, but you'll get seen. Like, and it'll be the ideal is great. Like the prospects of what could be achieved. We need to run for government, right? We need to get someone in government. All of us, everywhere across the world, we should use Twitch to contact every country in the world, get that person into government, and then come together as all these world leaders and drop these fucking borders. So would you still have presidents, queens, etc.? We would have, I suppose you couldn't get rid of governing bodies, but they would not be, they would basically be in charge of laws and housing rather than just necessarily restrictions on movement and trade. They would be handled by a bigger, I'm guessing, entity, probably UN if they pulled their finger out, did something. Civil wars don't make sense because civil war is when people attack the current country regime. If there is no borders, there is no country. Oh no, but you can create a border within the country and then divide a country even further. So none of that would happen because there'd be no borders. There'd be no, there'd be nowhere to govern or break off from because you wouldn't be able to. You would still exist in the world. They wouldn't exist. The only border would be literally the land border. Especially exchange of goods, finances, ideas across borders. When countries merge, each gains access to ideas, customers, and capital, and therefore can anticipate economic benefits of the size effect. Researchers found that when two countries join, both almost always benefit economically, mainly because the larger size allows business better access to markets and capital. Exactly. So the more financially prosperous countries right now would spread their wealth because the governing body would distribute it more evenly, which means the more impoverished places would get funds that they need, and we would still carry on at a somewhat equal rate. It would all be handled without the worry of infighting or military regimes being dictatorships, you know what I mean? Like being kind of of course there would be people that just immediately. The problem is this ideal would start a war. The irony, unfortunately, the borders would then become an invisible border that still actually, well, it's still an invisible border regardless, but would be in society then more than anything else. Fully integrating the United States and Mexico would have reduced US growth by 0.7%. Mexico's growth would have increased by 1% a year. That's because the United States is so larger than the merger with Mexico would better a lot. Mexico would be better a lot. But you also got to remember, you've got taking Canada into that as well. So like we're not talking about just two countries merging. We're talking about everything kind of being dictated by its land mass, if anything, but still under one umbrella. Not the umbrella from Resident Evil though. Borders have kept me and SheHero from getting married, and we can't see our sons better wed or beast. It's a goddamn shame. I feel you there. I feel you absolutely. I know what you mean. Shani wants to put me under her stairs, and she cannot do it. Blessed be thy borders. See, I have Italian and Polish ancestry, but I don't think that's going to help me there. That's the thing, yeah. I would love that. I looked up your MRI compared to here, so it was crazy. There you go, you see? Ridiculous. If your private insurance is 200 to 232, so hearing yes, it's 1,010 to 7,500. If it was health, it would be like that now. And I don't even have to pay for mine. I'd have to pay for my MRI. That's what you're just talking about, like if I got it done through some other means. I like the fact that, or I know the insurance, wasn't it? Or the fact that one medicine I need to keep me alive I could not afford in my own country, but could get it cheap and free. And others, yeah, exactly. That's so ludicrous. No borders, no flags, no child support. I'm sure we'd still have regulated child support, I'm sure. Oh, above the stairs. Oh, right, above the stairs. Oh, right. Yeah, right, get rid of these borders then. That was reviewed doing privately. I was forced out to see my counsellor. I was seeing for at least half of my life because they did not want to cover it anymore. That's ridiculous. Just because they didn't want to cover it, they were like, yeah, expenses and all that. People suffer for expenses. You know, people getting laid off for that kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. No borders in Elden Ring. Elden Ring is for the people. I love that. Fucking love that. I love that. That's brilliant. Yeah, there's no borders in Elden Ring, so people, we can do it. We can do it. Elden Ring says we did. The insurance companies just decide they're not going to cover meds that just cover for years, and it's just bullshit. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, are there any other benefits to having no? I mean, I say no borders. There are no borders. Sometimes they put a fence up, but it's really not there. It's nonsense. You know, the Sahara, for example, it crosses like I think it's like 8 to 9 different countries, right?
Yeah, it's freaking huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. But I watched Michael Palin go across it just a couple of weeks ago on DVD, right? Now, it's an old documentary, but I've never seen it. It was about playing in Sahara, right? Okay. And the amount of trouble he had crossing the borders, the different, like, at one point, admittedly this was filmed in like 2001, I believe, but he just for being a celebrity, he could have got shot in certain countries just because they didn't like outsiders, right? Just like that sense of territory, the territorial nature of the borders. Whether it's putting your flag up, like to be like, yes, we're anti the other countries, or whether it's shooting people for crossing a line in the sand, you know. Well, this is where we come on the evolutionary standard. We evolved from the sea onto land, and then divided it up and decided to shoot each other.
Yeah, and we became so barbaric, it's ridiculous.
It's true. And is it out of a need for survival? No, it's out of the sake of what? Okay, this Mexican comes across the border into Texas, let's say, and I'm gonna go shoot them because don't clip that. And I'm gonna go shoot them for no other reason than I don't know. I don't think it affects me. Actually, what are they gonna kill me? No. They're a human being looking for. They're not coming over to murder anyone. They're a human being. You know, treat them like it. You know, just ask why they're coming over here. What's wrong going over there? Why not, as a country, go over there and start negotiating and trying to fix things? I don't know. Just solve it. Like you say, your homeland is full of issues and problems, and no one's solving it. They're turning blind eyes and letting it continue, right? And it's exactly. All you need is support. A universal support of this world coming together would solve that. Now, it won't be overnight. It would be a growth thing. It would take time. But the fact that we're so divided and say, let's ignore that. There are people, right? There's this thing we've got called disassociation. We need it. We need it for survival. How many of you are following the war at the moment in Russia and Ukraine? Right? Now, I'm sure some of you might see the news. Some of you may not even be looking at it at all. The reason is because you want to disassociate. Some of you might be very much invested in it. The reason we know people are starving in the world, but we can't think of them all the time. We can't. We'll be depressed all the time. We have to disassociate. You know? But it's happening. These things are happening. There's wars. People are dying all over the place. But we have to ignore it and do a show on Twitch. It sounds ridiculous when you put it like that, but we have to carry on, you know. But we don't do it out of a sense of, well, because it's my country and my flag all that far away. It's because we've kind of conditioned ourselves to be like, well, we're safe in our borders. But we could solve those issues if we all came together instead of standing aside and moving aside. I'm not talking about us as individuals, but rather we could be safe in the knowledge that that isn't going to be happening if we all came together and started to do something about this. Rather than raising money and funds, which the rich people over there are not giving their fair share, they're just earning more and more, right? They ask us to give them money every month and these charity occasions to send to these countries that need this help. You know, when we could just sort of solve it. You know, it's awful.
Yeah.
A lot of people still very racist down south, and a lot of areas, like some of my family, it's West Virginia. I mean, racism in general is unfortunately going to be always quite a prominent thing, but we definitely would quell that if, well, we're all part of the same land now. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
I often jokingly, being brought up British, I have been conditioned to jokingly dislike the French. Okay, right? That's where all that comes from, right? But of course I don't know. But it's a thing we do to hark back to old days. It's tongue in cheek. It's a jab here. But we love the French. They're our buddies. We do like them. Who else would we take the piss out of, right? It's no, we do. It's fun.
Relationship.
Exactly. There's nothing racist about it, right? And but then when you look at like, when it comes to like people crossing borders like America and Mexico, then it gets ugly. You know, you look at North Korea, South Korea. You know, you see these kind of all Russia and what they're doing. It's crazy. You know, it's awful, and it creates animosity and hate, and you want that gone in the world. God forbid someone tries to better their life, and our country was built on immigrant people. Yeah, I mean Australia as well sort of was built on colonisation as well, sending people over there. Yeah, Australia's a lot of people still with that. I associate this leads to my annoying personality that I love so much. You have to ignore stuff just because it's painful worrying. At the same time, there's something I can do. Exactly, you feel powerless. But wouldn't you be more safe in knowing that actually my country is doing something about it? You know? Or I feel safe that I'm not going to be in the conflict. Instead, we're like, I have to turn away from this because I fear, you know, it's not going to get solved, and I'm going to bog myself down in it. I'm going to hurt from it. So I understand disassociation. I do it too, but it's difficult because without the borders, with some kind of universal system of control, or at least the camaraderie that could be brought together, us coming together, would be better. So I am pro this one. I've got to say, I'm fighting for you on this one.
I have the spin vote if I need it.
Also, trade goods. We people probably have access to more food in general. You know, it's just about sending food to more impoverished areas. We'll be able to send food and do it all without having to go through issues. Now, there is some issues with environmental factors.
Yeah.
You can't introduce certain things into certain things. So
plants,
there'll be restrictions on that, at the very least, but that wouldn't be as controlling or dictated by silly laws or anything like that. There would still be a universal law, but it wouldn't be down to individual laws that are built for the sake of their own protection. It would be actually for everyone's inclusion. That's true. Never thought about that. A lot of laws are set up for exclusion, not for inclusion.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely dividing.
Irrelevant to me, so I feel there should be some balance. Like Everett conquered the world for spice and does not use it one fucking bit. That's very true. I smuggled an apple across state borders once. Way, what a rebel! What a maverick! Yeah. Yes. Actually, he had razor blades in it as well. Work in progress. You're doing a great job. Yes, absolutely. You're a badass right here. Absolutely. All right. Let's put it to the vote, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think the world will be better without borders, or do we need them? Are there any arguments for borders out there? Because I'm trying to play devil's advocate now, and as the vote gets prepared, I suppose culture, but the borders,
a whole culture, but
borders divide cultures, which then creates diversity. But I would say that I don't know if anyone's going to get more cultured now, because we're already gearing towards a more universal culture via the internet. So, like, you know, memes and stuff, more universally known that you might recognise, like realise. I don't know. I do think culture does play a big part, but I still don't think that would go away. Like, customs and traditions will still be around.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
so I don't know how borders necessarily dictate that. There's literally no argument for borders. Me and SheHero just want to see our son's metalhead beast. Brilliant. I love it. You need to give these people. Well, I want to see Harley. So could you please vote yes? I want to get I want to get the House of Trinity round it. We could do the streamer house without having to worry about visas or anything. You know, come on, we can all come here.
That's argument right there.
I'm assuming everyone's coming to me. Like a baby.
Yes. We're all coming to you. Let's go.
There's a show, but people would be territorial and claim they're at that outlaws. But yeah, that's right. Now I did say that like that would still be right. There would still be a kind of socialised war, but I would still argue that these exist now anyway, because there are divisions between us, whether it is borders or not, whether it's race, whether it's sex, whether it's your orientation, whether it's gender. Like there's always a group that will fight the opposition. Yes, most of them are hypocrites, but but like they'll still have their right to free speech. They wouldn't have. But they'll have a platform of free speech that's worldwide rather than just restricted to their country. Sometimes you have to travel to big cities to get a visa. Like, oh really? Oh yeah, you have to travel to big cities to get a visa. That's ridiculous. Touch has no borders. It brings people together. It can be a metaphor to translate into a tangible life. Damn right. Damn straight. Look at this. Look at this. The British dude. I know you're in England as well, but you're South African that came to England. You know, with a chat full of people from the States, from the States. You're from the States. You're from Australia. You're from the States. All right, we're not as diverse as I thought we were, but there's plenty of people that come from many different places around the world that come through this chat. I know that much. You know, it's 8-1, and I believe Meatloaf might have voted to keep the borders. It's possible because I think he is. But then a point would not make a difference. But then I think if you've got an opinion that you want to have borders, it's no different than us having the opinion that we don't want to have borders. Like if you flip that round, what is the point of us even debating no borders? Because we don't live in a society where there isn't no borders. I'm confused on that. I've been attacked. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Borders are in, which means you have got 3 out of 4 correct. Well done. You have won tonight. Actually, I believe now all of our contestants have got 3 out of the 4. I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
So everyone has got the same amount. No one has got a clean sweep yet, and no one has failed. So well done. Right now, we're going to make it official, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to put borders into the vote. Well, hey, and there we are. New here. I moved last August from Orange County, California. Oh, nice. Is that where Orange Cassidy's from? Yeah. Hey, this is an anonymous poll. Hey. I thought so. No, I don't know. I just assumed it was Meatloaf because yes or no. I don't know. Oh, your neighbours. Yeah. Oh, your neighbours. Oh, nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the vote is coming to a close, and at the moment, we know that 3 out of 4 have gone in to the vote. That means that you, SheHero, have won tonight and get to select something to go into the vote for free without even putting it to the vote. You're going to stick it in there. So why don't you tell us what it is and why you're putting it into the vote?
Oh, okay. So, I love nature. If I could just live in nature, I would totally do that. But yeah, I don't know. People are quite destructive on nature. So the thing that I would remove is literally people interfering in nature. And what I mean by this is usually, so say if people have taken over a certain area and they have demolished a population of, I don't know, this is going to be an example, not factual, certain rodent population, and now as a result of that, foxes aren't eating or whatever, And then people will introduce something else, and that something else will throw the next thing off. I'm very against people messing with nature.
Yeah.
I'm very against that. So yeah.
I'm going to move into nature. So people that interfere with nature. So we're talking economical destruction. Are we talking like poaching? Are we talking? Are we talking fracking, that kind of stuff as well, or are we talking very specific?
No. Yeah, no, purely just people playing. People playing like God with Mother Nature,
right?
Like that kind of thing. So
okay,
trying to fix an issue that they've made and then make a bigger issue. There's actually studies on it, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what they are right now. But yeah, there's certain things throughout history where people have introduced a certain species, and that species has wiped something else out, and it creates an imbalance.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a name? Is there a name for that?
I don't know. I was trying to look earlier, and I can't find a name for it, to be honest.
Yeah, always hang out in the forest. I was going to bring that up. What was speaking of always hanging out in the forest? Denizen of the forest.
You know it.
Deforestation. It's deforestation. Okay, we can make an exception for getting rid of mosquitoes. Yeah, the mosquitoes are going there. So I don't even know what picture I chose for this actually, because now you made it clear I probably would have changed the image. Let me just check what I've got for this before we put it in the vault. It's going in there anyway. I've actually got a picture of a guy holding a tree. People messing with nature, like man messing with nature, right? Toads in Australia is a perfect example. Oh, there's that joke of in The Simpsons, wasn't there, when a frog leapt out and then it caused like a mass economic disaster, and you see The Simpsons leaving and all these frogs are all over Australia, I think it was.
Taking over the world.
Yeah. One ribbit at a time. They're not as deadly as they look. Oh, the spiders. Oh dear. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is people messing with nature. Goes in to the vault.
That's a cool picture.
It was a good picture, wasn't it? I think I cut myself off. I don't know if you heard me say the vault. I think it just went "vut," but I'll have to listen to that back. SheHero, thank you so much for being the guest here this month on The Vault. We've got a shout out for you there for you. Let's do a proper shout out for SheHero so we can get a bit of a clip of what SheHero does, because I love seeing an embarrassing SheHero. So
it doesn't take much, honestly.
No, that's all right. That's all right. There we go.
Thank you for having me.
That's okay. Is it going to pop up? I don't know if it pops up. Oh, it did pop. Oh no, that was. Oh no, that was her personal one. Can I get a proper shout out, SO, so we can get a clip? That's it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
What the hell is going on here?
Oh no. Cover your ears.
You know, just these crosses are enough to be like.
Oh.
My God, I'm sorry, people.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It is one of the best times you will have as a SheHero. It's good times, good vibes. I've always said that. I always go in there, play the happy song. Just so. Hey, thank you for the follow there. Your kitty tastes like cherry. Does it really? I didn't even know I have a cat. Thank you very much. But yes, you're absolutely wonderful. Good times. I always go in there. I hit the happy times just so I can see SheHero do this dance. That's that's wonderful. Always good. Always a pleasure. A birdie song. That's great. It's one of the best just chatters around. She also plays games occasionally, and she also does. I love this. Now I've yet to actually join in because I tend to be kind of working at the same time. But you do games on Twitch, which you're one of the few people I've seen. I know about marbles, but you're one of the few that have adapted all these other kind of things where you can type in chat and join the game. I think they're fun.
Yeah.
They're so interesting, so engaging. I love seeing them. Thank you for the hydrate there. Thank you. I appreciate the follow. We are wrapping up, I'm afraid. As we've come to the end of the vault, and SheHero has successfully made sure that all borders are now safely tucked away, bordering off people who mess with nature as they try in vain to watch old television live, even though there's no signal in the vault, while sucking on a paper straw. And I'll leave you with that enduring image tonight as we wrap up the vault. Let me say again, once again, thank you, SheHero. This will be available on demand. Don't worry, it's not off demand. You're okay, you're all good. It'll also be available on YouTube in a few days as well, in case you missed anything and get caught up to date. You can always see classic episodes on my YouTube, as well as getting a look at all the items that are sealed in the vault on the Discord. And you can also follow me on all my socials, and go follow SheHero on all of hers, because you will not be disappointed. I had a paper straw one time and I hated it. For a moment now, I thought you said he ate it. There we are. There's all the things. Thank you so much. Again, it's just wonderful to have you here. I will be streaming Tuesday and Friday this week, possibly Saturday. That's up in the air. I'll be guesting on. Oh, thank you for the follow there, Daily Bugle podcast. Are you a Spider-Man podcast by any chance? Thanks for ruining the episode, SheHero. She did wonderful. I'll be guesting on Base's stream during the week. He's coming back full force. I'll be on Shani stream on Thursday. I've relaunched my YouTube, so you've got original content now there, and there's a bit more of a focus not only on Twitch but on YouTube as well. And SheHero, I'm sure you'll be streaming throughout the week as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Tomorrow,
damn right. Do you have any time set, or do you?
8 p.m. BST.
Yes, BST now. Clocks went forward. But yes, so thank you for the follows there. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, everyone. As I say, keep up to date on all the Discords and all that, all the updates, all the social medias. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for voting. Thank you for engaging. I love you all very much. And I'll see you all again soon. So we're going to hit the edge screen and we're going to go bye. We're going to go bye. Say goodbye. SheHero, say goodbye.
Hi, everybody. Thank you.
Way.